Okay, so what's the first thing you want to bring up today?
Uh, this whole discussion is going to be about the YouTube wars that are going on right now. I think a good one we should start topic with the war on like AIDS and Spadina. Pretty much like all the meme insertions, primarily from CDI and video game related material.
Okay, so I remember like one of the first YouTube poops I saw was like something a dinner one or a spaghetti one or something. What's the big deal? What's the big
Well,
deal?
that's a point that many of them make is that they're the first ones we see, and we think of them as funny. So we cannot be innovative, since the first one we saw is the oldest one that we saw. How can we innovate if we're using the same thing as the first thing that we saw? That's what they say. That's not what I say. I think that any form of YouTube poop can be creative when in the right hands.
Yeah, and that makes sense because unless you're like closed-minded fuck or something, like is that what they are? Is that these people that they're making these wars? That's they are.
That's pretty much it. And most of there's many a time in these wars, besides like the big ones like Spadina and things like that, they're mainly just like 4 or 5 people with like 10 different accounts. So you got to take that into consideration as well.
And these 4 or 5 people have nothing better to do than just waste their time doing this. The fuck?
Like CS 188. Look at him. Like
Yeah, I remember him. He saw those Michael whatever thing,
yeah,
Michael
Michael
Rosens.
Rosen. Yeah,
I like that guy. He's
he
funny.
was the one who brought Michael Rosen into the mainstream of YouTube poop.
All right, and people are getting on his case for what reason?
Well, pretty much because he has a lot of subscribers now, which he did not have last year at this time. He only had about 3,000 last year.
Wait. It's a bad thing to have a lot of subscribers?
Yeah, because YouTube poop, according to them, it should always remain underground. And these people think that once it has a certain amount of views or a certain amount of subscribers, it is no longer underground and therefore is no longer worthy YouTube poop.
That
So,
makes no sense. Who the fuck are these people to decide this? Are they the original YouTube poopers?
no.
Then what the fuck are they going around doing this shit? It's like fucking it's like watching Republicans and Democrats arguing over like how to interpret the Constitution or shit like that. What the fuck is this? They're not the ones who originally made this shit. They should just agree on what is originally there and that's it. Or originally just decide anything goes. The fuck is going on?
Well, it's just a bunch of pretentious YouTube poop snobs who think they can control YouTube poop.
How do you
And
control
trolls.
nonsense? How do you control nonsense?
You cannot.
Then what the fuck are these idiots doing? You're trying to make organized chaos?
Well,
Organized chaos is organized chaos by itself. You can't organize chaos.
an interesting point should be made up that there's a man named David Bailey who actually tried to bring YouTube poop in front of college professors to try and bring it into the mainstream media. But a lot of people attacked him for doing that because they wanted it to remain underground.
What is this? The fucking crack shuffling industry? What the fuck is this?
It's just a bunch of nonsense, and I'm sure you're familiar with all the YouTube poopers who hate editors because they lump them in with Spadina, since Spadina is primarily audio replacement and edits are by definition audio replacement, even though they do not do the same thing with the audio and they use different audio clips. They lump them into the same thing.
Don't you know a friend of yours is an editor?
Who?
I don't know. Like you mentioned, you had a friend as an editor. Does he have to go through this?
Yes, he does.
Like, and what he described, like, does he often have to deal with this shit all the time?
Yeah, he gets trolls on his account all the time talking about like how it's just cartoon characters swearing, and you know.
Well, don't some people find it funny?
Well, actually, edits are the most popular genre of YouTube poop in existence, even though most people deny their existence. Just like how Stuart K. Riley complains that YouTube always ignores the existence of YouTube poop, he ignores the most popular form of YouTube poop, editing.
So, this is all based on ignorance, basically.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's all it is. Like, the notion that if you get someone to, like, you take SpongeBob and you make him say the Tenacious D sound, fuck. But somehow if, that's not funny, but somehow if you sentence make them to say fuck, so it's like, fuck, then that somehow is 1,000 times funnier.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
They're just pretentious snobs, and they don't see how. To me, of course, it says the same thing. Any sane person could see. It means the same thing, so how is there any difference? It's just your personal preference, but somehow they think anything with audio replacement is garbage.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
I was the other day, wondering what the fuck is wrong with religion. You know, like what the hell is wrong with these people? They like all the Christian, Catholic, Presbyterian, you know,
Protestant?
Mormon things. You know, it's like you believe in God, believe in Jesus Christ. Be happy. Agree on that and just go on with your lives. Why are you fucking arguing over something? Something else. Fuck you, go to hell. You're gonna burn in hell even though you believe in almost the same exact thing I do.
Well, it's safe to say that these YouTube poop snobs will eventually end up in YouTube poop hell. Consisted mainly of unmuted edit clips where you could still hear the original audio even while the swear is playing. Little children using their own voice to dub over their cartoon characters in Spadinner YouTube poops. And people who record their TVs instead of downloading clips.
So, what does Anonymous have to do with all this?
What?
Does Anonymous have anything to do with this?
Ah.
Because I always hear about them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they had anything to do with this.
Surprisingly, no, but the anonymity of these people when they create their own fake accounts to just make followers of them. That's pretty much like, it's almost like what Anonymous would do, but it's a lot more annoying.
What's Anonymous's opinion on this?
Anonymous does not have to say anything about it. I don't think Anonymous even knows of the existence of YouTube poop.
That's
as a whole.
That's pretty anonymous.
That is.
Wouldn't they be jealous of that?
They should. Now, YouTube poop in itself is a great thing, but the members of it, that's where you get to the core problem.
I cannot believe I'm having an intellectual discussion on YouTube poops because apparently there's an intellectual issue at hand.
There is.
And that's the sad thing. How do you make intellectual issues of nonsense?
I know.
How do you make fun of comedy? How do you discuss how there's right and wrong forms of comedy? The fuck? I mean, the closest thing I can think of to a wrong form of comedy is that joke about the aristocrats, and that's fucking funny at times. You know? So I mean,
Well, that's basically
what
what most CS188 poops are. They're both basically modern day renditions of the aristocrats.
And people are getting mad at that.
Yes. People hate CS188 mostly because of his subscriber count.
Is it because they're secretly jealous or something?
Of course! That's why they hate all of these YouTube poops, because they're secretly jealous that videos like Sky had a Ouija, they use memes, and they get millions of views. That they don't want those, they hate being reminded that they put effort into their videos. Most of them actually don't, because most of these fake accounts that claim to be real people do not have any videos on them. So anyway, they just hate seeing these videos appear when they type in YouTube poop and they see a Spadinner poop with 1 million views. It bothers them somehow. But if they're saying that no, that's not real YouTube poop, then why does it matter? Why does it matter? If it's not real YouTube poop, then why do you care?
So they're jealous. So that's...
Of course! Do you really want me to believe that people like Stuart K. Riley actually care about like the videos and that's why? Hell no. He's just jealous that these Spadinner poops get so many views. Now, there are moderates in this stance, such as Barney is Perverted. He's one of the most moderate YouTube poopers I've ever seen. And
is he well known?
Yes, he's well known. He's one of the most famous Spinge Bill YouTube poopers of all time. Now, that's another area of controversy. Let's discuss Spinge Bill.
Okay, so what's Spinge Bill?
Spinge Bill is, by definition, pretty much any YouTube poop of SpongeBob originated by the YouTube pooper Santa with Teeth / Santa with Guns when he did not want it. He wanted to make it harder for Viacom to find his videos, so he stopped putting SpongeBob in the title and started using Spinge Bill, and they rely heavily on masking and sentence mixing.
And what's the issue with this?
A lot of people say that since videos like Sky had a Ouija or Haunted Hotel of Luigi or even Pride Patties. They use SpongeBob and they are the most viewed YouTube poops of all time. So they think that since these people can make them, the only reason that the other people make them is not to be creative and add to the YouTube poop community, but just to leech off the success of the Spadina poops, no matter how much effort they put into them.
So people are just being jelly?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But they turn it into such a complex issue. Like if you go on the forums for YouTube poop, that's the most pretentious place.
Whoa, back up.
Well, okay.
These things have forums?
Yes, there are forums for YouTube poop discussion.
First, some fucking 4chan, now this. Okay, so tell me about these forums.
Well, the Little Dragons is one that, that one's more stable because you have to actually send the person on YouTube a message before they let you join. But the thing is, the three moderators there are all snobs. They're Joe the Blue Dragon, Bender Pictures, and Doom Zappo. Possibly others, I don't know. And for some reason, they're like the three. Well, they're not the most pretentious. Joe the Blue Dragon is possibly the least, like the most moderate of the three, and even he is like a raging on Spadina and everything. But I don't think that he hates edits, which I'm not sure about that. But the other two, like Bender Pictures, editing was on his 7 Deadly Sins of YouTube Poop, which has since been removed.
Go figure.
No, well, actually, he removed it himself because that's when Stuart K. Riley came out on the show that he was no longer like a pretentious snob and he was quitting YouTube Poop because it was consuming his life.
Who's this Stuart guy? Who is this?
He is like the self-proclaimed leader of YouTube Poop, and of course, since everyone in this community is a mixture of a complete genius or a complete like insane person, many people blindly follow this guy with whatever he does. So if he wants to just like declare war on like CS188, all of a sudden his like comment box on his channel will get like 500 hate comments about, oh, zom, oh my god, you're an AIDS YouTube pooper, you have 20,000 subscribers, zom.
What the hell's an AIDS YouTube pooper?
That's pretty much same thing as Spadina, except it does not use the Spadina name.